Tonight on CTV News at 11:30. Sault Ste. Marie steel tube operations.
This kind of Ontario-made manufacturing is more important than ever before.
How Timmins is gearing up for a boom in work and jobs. Plus, North Bay police are putting distracted drivers on notice.
It has been an issue for us, and it continues to be an issue.
More on the new multi-year safety plan hitting the streets. And celebrating a knockout of a legacy.
Forces everybody to kind of consider for at least a moment, maybe they could be better in some other capacity, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever. Boxing opens that door for people.
Sudbury's Top Glove Boxing Academy draws out a powerhouse crowd to mark 36 years.
CTV News at 11:30 with Ian Campbell and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Friday night. Ian is off. Over $300 million worth of investment is coming to steel tube making operations in Sault Ste. Marie. As CTV's Corey Nordstrom explains, Timmins will be set up for new work and new jobs over the next 2.5 years.
Both the federal and provincial governments will be providing over $70 million for upgrades at the Sault Ste. steel plant. With investment from the company itself, a total of $306 million will transform the facility over the next 30 months.
This investment will expand production, extend the range of made in Canada products, and maximize productivity through the installation of new, state-of-the-art equipment. When this project is complete, we will have enhanced our production capacity significantly, nearly doubling the OCTG and line pipe production that will help unleash the value of energy across all regions in Canada.
The company has been in the Sault for over 25 years, specializing in steel tube used in major fuel projects across the country.
Timmins is the only manufacturer in the country capable of producing the steel pipes needed for Canada's oil and gas industry. And this kind of Ontario-made manufacturing is more important than ever before.
These funds are allowing the steel company's portfolio to expand, reaching new markets and further strengthening its ties to communities like the Sault.
The project will have nearly $500 million of economic impact. It will increase production by 78% and also productivity by 36%. So that's good news. And also it will be developing new types of products.
Today's investment will not only help maintain the current Timmins workforce of over 800 in the Sault, but allow the company to create 200 new permanent positions, mostly in the finishing department of their steelmaking operations. Corey Nordstrom, CTV News, Sault Ste. Marie.
A 24-year-old North Bay man is facing serious charges, including assault, for what police say was the attempted abduction of a child. The incident in question happening yesterday afternoon in the area of Marshall Park and La Breche Drives. According to police, a young person was with a parent when the accused approached the child, attempting to abduct them. Investigators say the two are not known to each other. The man quickly fled and was arrested a short distance away in the 500 block of Lakeshore Drive. One person has died following a single vehicle crash on Highway 400. According to the OPP, it happened around 2:30 this morning at the northbound exit ramp to Highway 559 in Carling Township. No other details have so far been released. The highway was closed for several hours for an investigation. North Bay police are looking at new ways to crack down on distracted driving. It's part of a new multi-year traffic management and safety plan that lists distracted driving as one of its 6 priority safety concerns. CTV's Eric Tashner reports.
North Bay Police will have a new 60-day strategy. It's called Operation Busted. An officer will board a city bus where they will have a better vantage point of drivers using cell phones from below the sight line, like on their lap, which makes it difficult to catch.
One of your first indicators or signs are people with the head down, Usually when they're stopped at stop signs or traffic lights is usually when they'll access their devices.
According to the North Bay Police, the number of deaths from distracted driving are on track to double the number of fatalities related to impaired driving. Police data finds over the last 5 years, distracted driving was a factor in 40% of the fatal and injury collisions.
It has been an issue for us, and it continues to be an issue.
There's youth, there's elderly, there's all kinds of people who use our streets, and we want to make sure that, you know, when you're operating a motor vehicle, you're also taking that responsibility.
If the officer sees the violation while aboard, they'll radio ahead to another police officer following behind the bus, who can then pull the driver over.
Because distracted driving laws have been around for so long, we're going to take a zero tolerance approach.
A first-time conviction carries a $650 fine if the case is settled out of court. If it goes to court and the driver is found guilty, the fine can go up to $1,000 with 3 demerit points and a 3-day license suspension.
Decisions that you make when you're in a motor vehicle, you know, good decisions will save lives. And ultimately, again, road safety is everybody's responsibility.
Setting your GPS before you get going, putting your phone in the glove box on silent, or maybe putting your purse in the trunk if that's where you keep your phone.
The report also found nearly 3 out of 4 Canadians admit to having been distracted while behind the wheel, and that distracted drivers pose the #1 risk on Canadian roads, contributing to 8 of every 10 collisions. Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
Recreation and cultural centers in Iroquois Falls are getting $500,000 boost from the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund Corporation. The announcement today will support upgrades to the local library, museum, and recreation center. The library and museum will see new lighting and flooring. The library will also see new accessible features, including upgrades to the washrooms and a new accessible conference room. The Port Qui Recreation Center will be upgrading eaves troughs, snow guards, and furnace, among other renovations. We're learning more about a hoarding situation in Sudbury where 27 dogs were rescued from an apartment. CTV's Alana Everson reports.
These are the parents of 3 litters of puppies that were all rescued by PetSave. Makwa and Shadow have now been spayed and neutered and will be returned to their owner.
We responded to the call and, started to engage with the gentleman and just talk to him about overpopulation, what his plans were for these animals. He was definitely in trouble, so we just reached out to say, let's work it out.
Bissot says pet hoarding is a growing problem and that people need to ask for help before situations become overwhelming, resulting in neglect.
You can imagine going into a 2-bedroom apartment with 27 dogs and 25 of those being puppies. You can imagine the conditions, and those are challenging. I mean, that'd be hard for our shelter staff to maintain that in a small space, let alone an individual who works and has to come home and deal with the care level that they require.
Passat says the youngest litter was sent to Throw Me a Bone Canada in Parry Sound. Right now, animal care attendants at PetSave are working with the 9 to 10-month-olds, building trust, TLC, and socialization.
When these dogs came in, they were terrified. They'd never gone outside before. So we have to take our time with them, and we just have to make sure we're going at their pace. Lots of treats, lots of praise.
Ulrich says there's a big difference in just a week, from barking and hiding at the sight of people to now building social skills. They are also seeing grass for the first time.
It's incredibly heartwarming. We are so happy for them, so proud of them. They're going to have great lives when they're done here.
Officials with PetSave say the cost to care for the dogs rescued in this hoarding situation alone is over $25,000. The dogs will be available for adoption with spay and neuter once they are properly socialized. Alana Everson, CTV News, Lively.
The Beef and Bird is nearing its 50th year in Sudbury. However, the restaurant is also listed for sale.
It's like anything else. We're all getting older in age. The business deserves to have young people involved, handled with kid gloves. And it's just, it's just time to pass it on.
The restaurant, known for its porchetta bingo, says it's loyal to Sudburyans and everything will stay the same while it's on the market. The beef and bird is listed for just under $1.7 million. It's time now for a short break here on CTV News. Coming up, Rick will have your full weather forecast, including what it's going to look like this weekend. But for now, look at the current conditions around the region. So mainly clear skies out there, 14 degrees in Chapleau, some cloudy skies in Kapuskasing, chilly in Wawa, only 6 degrees, but some double digits out there for sure. Your full forecast is coming up after the break.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Welcome to the weekend. It's finally here. We've got some temperatures that are going to start going up in northeastern Ontario. We also have some precipitation to present just for you this evening. Forecast radar, courtesy of Environment Canada. Let's have a look now. We've got a system moving in. By tomorrow, this is how it's going to look on Sunday morning. Now, shower activity late tomorrow afternoon after a sunny start. And again, that trend will continue into Monday as well. Let's take a look and see what else is happening. No frost warning as issued by Environment Canada. So that's a good start to the weekend. Let's move on to some of the temperatures now. 7-day forecast, Sudbury, Nickel Belt, chance of showers for a couple of days. 30% late tomorrow afternoon into the evening. 60% chance on Sunday. Monday, sunshine and 24, chance of showers Tuesday. And get a load of this, 29 Wednesday and Thursday with sunny skies. Let's move on over to Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, chance of showers for 4 consecutive days. Your temperatures ranging from 14 to 18, 23, 24. Then have a look. Wednesday, Thursday of next week, 27 degrees for a couple of days, well above normal for this time of the year. So that's something to look forward to, some warmer weather and sunny skies. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, sunshine tomorrow at 23. Then the chance of showers for no less than 3 days at 17, 23, and 22. Temperature goes up, as I said, Wednesday, Thursday, 26 and 25. Some sun, some cloud, and that is above normal. Meanwhile, Temiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, sunshine tomorrow at 20. Chance of showers 3 consecutive days. 28 degrees on Tuesday, 28 degrees on Wednesday, 27 on Thursday. So you've got 2 complete days with sunny skies, but nice temperatures. So again, that's the trend in the Northeast. Warmer weather, sunny skies Wednesday, Thursday of next week. Then there's North Bay, West Nipissing. Chance of showers for a couple of days, 40% late tomorrow. 20 your high, 14 Sunday, Monday sun and cloud 21, chance of showers 24 Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 27 and 26. Amanda Hicks, how about them crackers? Sunshine and warmer temperatures by Wednesday and Thursday. I'm sure you'll enjoy. Back to you.
The crackers aren't bad. Thanks for that, Rick. A major expansion is officially underway in Sudbury's mining sector. Local dignitaries and industry leaders gathered today for a groundbreaking ceremony marking the start of construction on a massive new facility that promises to bring more jobs to the Nickel City. This afternoon, Becker Mining Systems officially broke ground on their brand new Canadian headquarters. Founded back in 1997 with a focus on mining safety devices, the company started with just 12 employees but has since expanded to 45. The plan of the new building is to allow the opportunity to hire more workers.
We expect it to turn roughly about 55 to 60 by the end of the year, and that's the intent behind the building. Is we've run out of space where we currently are. Our current building is about 19,000 square feet. This one will be 33,000 square feet, so almost double.
It's bringing additional technology, and anytime we can add businesses that are bringing new technologies and increasing even our domestic capacity in terms of offering supply and services, it's always great.
Officials say they are hoping to be in the building by May to June next year. Tick season is upon us, and this year we're seeing more of the bugs that could carry Lyme disease. CTV's Karis Mapp tells us more.
The warmer weather means tick season is back, and this year there's an abundance of them across the province.
Climate change is thought to be the most likely reason for the expansion of the black-legged tick populations. As the weather and climate becomes warmer, more parts of Ontario will become hospitable for ticks.
Animal migration is also adding to the increasing number.
Ticks can become attached to birds and then fall off in Ontario. So you can't find ticks anywhere in Ontario, but there's only certain areas where we know that they have established populations.
Black-legged ticks are most commonly monitored because they can transmit Lyme disease if infected.
So far this year, there have been 152 cases of Lyme disease in Ontario, and this compares to 206 cases in the same time period last year.
Waterloo Region also reporting confirmed cases of Lyme disease.
Currently, we have to date 2 confirmed and 1 probable case in Waterloo Region for 2026. However, none have been reported as locally acquired.
The tick can stay attached for several days at a time, and it takes 24 hours for the bacteria to be transmitted from the belly of the tick into a person's bloodstream.
But symptoms can be subtle.
There's a rash, and sometimes the rash looks like a bullseye, but not always. People may experience like a summer flu, very nonspecific symptoms, aches and pains, headaches.
For Justin Wood, his symptoms were initially diagnosed as post-concussion syndrome in 2011.
Over the course of probably 3 or 4 years following that, I became very, very ill, not just neurological, but sort of whole body symptoms as well, until I was completely incapacitated. I couldn't work, I could hardly walk, I couldn't really take care of myself.
Following a roughly 10-year battle with Lyme disease, Wood is now symptom-free, and the goal for his company Genetics is to help others through early detection.
If you or a loved one or an animal has been bit by a tick, you can remove that tick, you can send it to us or drop it off at our location, and then we do testing on the tick to tell you what kind of pathogens that tick was carrying.
Experts say when spending time outdoors, especially in tall grass, it's important to wear long pants and bug spray. Staying along trails and well-maintained paths is also a good idea. Kara Smapp, CTV News, Kitchener.
Inclusion was the topic of discussion at an event in Greater Sudbury today to help mark Community Living Month. CTV's Angela Gemmell reports.
If everyone buys in and everyone does their part, I think there'll be a lot of good change for the better.
Local entrepreneur Ryan Benoit was one of 5 panelists speaking at an event focused on inclusion. It was organized by Community Living Greater Sudbury.
To really come together and say, how can we find innovative and some solutions to community inclusivity? What can we do better? How can we build our strengths? And how can we make Sudbury a role model of inclusivity across the province?
I think it was a great turnout. I think having events like this is extremely important to kind of spread the word and give people a different perspective and share stories.
Along with Benoit, panelists included Sudbury Mayor Paul Lefebvre and Sudbury MPP Jamie West, as well as advocates Kevin Cooper from Sudbury Community Service Centre and Jackie Belaney from Sudbury District Restorative Justice.
People are not just invited into spaces, but they're genuinely valued and heard. And that they're able to participate with dignity, voice, and belonging.
The event was moderated by Sudbury Member of Parliament Vivian Lapointe, who was the Executive Director of CLGS prior to her political role.
The work that you do is seen and it is valued.
The audience also had a chance to ask questions, plus the conversation continued afterwards while everyone enjoyed coffee and pastries. The coffee chat in Sudbury was part of Community Living Month. The province-wide awareness campaign celebrates inclusion, belonging, and the achievements of people with intellectual disabilities. Angela Gemmell, CTV News, Sudbury.
DIY Community Health Timmins is raising awareness about the challenges Indigenous youth face when they leave their home communities to attend school in larger centers. Pat Etherington and volunteers with DIY Community Health Timmins have spent the past 3 days walking from the mutual aid site to Gillies Lake and plan to continue the walks throughout the summer. The walks also aim to raise awareness of the Wake the Giant event in Thunder Bay and the symbolism of the sleeping giant rock in Lake Superior. Organizers say the campaign is calling for urgent action to better support Indigenous youth attending school away from their homes and families.
We've lost
a lot of our young people in regards to the street life when they end up staying here or having issues within their own lives and pertaining to the street life, homelessness, and so on.
Walkers are also encouraging people in all treaty areas to participate in their own communities by committing to walk each day in solidarity. Still ahead tonight on CTV News. A boxing academy in Sudbury celebrates 36 years of packing a punch. More after the break. Last night, the community gathered for an open house at the Top Glove Boxing Academy in Sudbury. CTV's Madison Marier reports.
Top Glove Boxing has been in the community for decades.
I just thought about developing boxers and athletes and citizens, and all of a sudden we're at 36, and then what the heck?
And many of the people we spoke with say it changed their lives.
It forces everybody to kind of consider for at least a moment, maybe they could be better in some other capacity, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever. Boxing opens that door for people.
For me personally, I love coming here because boxing is my passion, and it's really hard to think of anything else except for saying I love boxing.
The gym offers different programs, which Apollini says is to help develop better citizens in the community, but in turn has made people want to pursue boxing on a higher level.
I just like being with everyone here, the development, the community.
My goal is to go pretty high in the sport. I love it a lot. I want to succeed in this.
Top Glove also offers programs for adults like Amber Conoco, who began boxing when she was 27, and by her early 30s, she reached nationals.
There's some things that I never thought that I can actually do, and he saw that in me, and we worked on that. And next you know it, I'm winning.
Apolloni says his next hurdle is to find a successor for the gym, as he has been boxing for 55 years. Madison Marier, CTV News, Sudbury.
Finally for us tonight, a new documentary is out about Canadian soccer legend Christine Sinclair, called Kind of a Big Deal. CTV Sean Lathon recently sat down with Sinclair and talked about what it was like to see her career on screen.
She's the all-time leading goal scorer in international soccer history.
Christine Sinclair!
Today, an animated short documentary about the Canadian soccer star's life has been released, titled Christine Sinclair, Kind of a Big Deal.
So what, I just say my name?
I think it's kind of fitting. I like to be in the background and not have the spotlight on me, and people are kind of pushing me into it.
6 World Cups, 4 Olympics, 23 years in red and white.
The 8-minute film is narrated by actor Ryan Reynolds and directed by animator Ian Duffy. Available on YouTube, Apple TV, and Roku, Sinclair wanted her story told in a sharp, fun way that can be easily understood.
So I hope for young kids it's inspirational. I hope for young kids that they learn that the path isn't always like a straight arrow where you want to go. There's ups and downs, and that's okay. And
Sinclair scored 190 international goals for Canada, her first coming at age 16.
Everything that could go wrong went wrong.
The film touches on setbacks like failing to win a game at the 2011 World Cup, personal loss in her mother and first soccer coach Sandra due to MS, to the high of winning Olympic gold in 2021. But for the athlete, her greatest moment came here in Canada.
the opening game of the World Cup here in Canada in 2015, walking out in front of 60,000 screaming Canadians, just a moment that, as a female soccer player, I never thought I would have the privilege of experiencing, and getting to experience that with my best friends.
Sinclair scoring the only goal to beat China 1-0, and that proud moment was a milestone for female athletes moving towards a world where women's professional soccer, hockey, and basketball all exist in this country.
It's pretty surreal. I dreamt of that my entire career, to be able to play at home, or as a kid to be able to go watch women play sports. It's pretty crazy that it's here and it's thriving.
And it's a climate she herself helped create, having advocated for equal pay for the men's and women's national team that was finally ratified just last year. Having retired in 2024, Sinclair's part of the ownership group of the Northern Super League's Vancouver Rise. As for the World Cup coming here next month, she's excited to play a different role.
I haven't been able to be a soccer fan, so I'm excited to go to some games and just soak it all in and just become part of the madness that is coming.
Though it is the biggest stage, Christine Sinclair's presence at any international soccer match will surely be noticed because she's kind of a big deal. Sean Leathong, CTV News.
Thanks for spending a bit of your Friday night with us. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend. Good night.